Greetings, mortals. I am Nathas, the ruler of the underworld, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Black Clover, chapter 355, titled The Prince of Stars. Alright, this is gonna be one of those, a character gets 5 times more credit and praise as he possibly can, right? Like it's gonna be is the greatest thing since sliced breath. Like whenever Asta kind of has a fight. Yeah, I am already seeing it. Get ready for that. But yeah. Anyways, besides what we all know is gonna happen, let's get into this chapter. Because it's not gonna. The sooner we get over it, the sooner we all get out the hype. I mean, to be fair, we did spend a bunch of chapters just basically seeing Asta dominate everything, but who cares? Like, give his chapters of dominating everyone. But anyways, we start this chapter off with Yami catching Jack. It's like Jack, as we see Morgan in his penalty form, not fully, but in a battle shot, which I think is just the same effort he had before he died, with Lucy Fuga's horns and wings. As we have, paladin versions of them. As we have the final battle begins, the Clover Kingdom. Jack's taking a blow from the supposedly deceased Morgan. Legally speaking, I think we all expect Morgan to be brought back, but yeah. Anyway, then we have Yami be like, he's already that. Well, that was quick. Who would have thought he would so quickly kill the captain off? Or maybe he's gonna turn into a paladin quickly. Who knows? Then we see William's World Tree magic starting to cover as he goes there for a strike. Is Jack actually that? I don't know. Maybe. I'm honestly just expecting to reveal that he's gonna be turned into a paladin since he's one of the captains that has been turned into an elf. And I feel those are the likely ones who are gonna be going to battle. Also, though, to be fair with Nozel, I do have to question what would be the purpose. I mean, just saying, you already have Axel, you have Nozel. Do you really like your Axel? Do you really need Nozel as well? I would say when I'm really being going for action for once. I mean, it's the fine fucking arc. I should at least be able to do some kind of thing, and it's not just staying around making a tree. As he goes it for Lucy as we have Vampire himself. I am who I am today because of you, Julia Sama, a character who does nothing yet supposed to be the second show's captain because I'm always paired up and set to in some kind of way with Yami. And then we have William be like, even if it cost me my life, I will stop you. I literally did nothing against speaking. I mean, I was literally my big moment in the filler arc. As they have Lucy has been using his paladin transformation and time magic, he's like, regretfully, you are not my opponent. Even though I feel it's time for us to actually have a fight. But he immediately just destroys William's hand as well as the trees that were going for the strike, so it doesn't really matter. I think it's actually the same arm that Bartrey lost when they were in the whole Alpha arc, but yeah. Then we have Sharp like, William! That was quickly! You are pathetic! And then Lucius be like, none of you have the power to stop me. No. As then we see the holy light, as we see those, what I originally assumed to be paladins, but are actually some weird, human golem-like creatures? I don't know what they are, but they have like the wings and the halo of a paladin, but they are not humans because they don't seem to have a neck. It seems like they're kind of like this in terms of body structure, as well as they don't seem to have feet, so they're probably artificial beings. Not certain what, not sure what they have. They're just like humanoid laser weapons or something like that. And as they use their light magic, as Luce says, bear witness, the final judgment. So he basically just showed up the paladins just for the sake of it, like, here are some paladins. Okay, now the actual guys in charge of killing you guys are here. Have them handle you. Then we see some members of, I want to say, called peacocks, as they are like, all, what is this light? The sheer number of an amount of magic is overwhelming. We have to stop them, or else the kingdom will. As they're all trembling in fear. I guess despite them saying what they have to, they don't know how to do. Then we see, I think, two members are called peacocks that we did see during that tournament they had. Who the fuck is a shit about their names? Let's be honest with ourselves. As then we have all of them be like, there's no way we can stop them. We can't protect anyone. As we see that holy beam, one that actually, these golems actually seems to have a neck. is says perish. And then we have this like magic going there to strike everyone the kingdoms. We this like very beautiful panel of all those paladins going with their lasers everywhere to strike. And then we see I think members of Crimson Lion Kings just staying there, basically doing the same as the Cold Peacocks. I'm assuming they call peacocks and not panel actually of called peacocks. Then we have just the nobles and commoners in the city setting up as they're all get ready. As there we see one star. And then we get to see more stars, all circling around it. As they we see it all blocking all that light by as they we see all that light magic disappearing. As they we see the commoners they're staying up and it's like, what was that magic? How could it prevent that big? Yeah, it was pretty much just a reference to Juliet versus Pottery kind of thing going on here. And then we see, I think the same child that was the last chapter, be like, are those angels? As is that child's like, look, stars, but it's not nighttime. Although to be fair, it doesn't seem to be that far from nighttime at this point. As there we see a holy beam to suck Yuno's dick up as it's all focused on him, as if y'all may be like, it's only been a year and a few months, and but this kid's gotten this much stronger. Does this guy get stronger just by existing? Because I feel like at this point this guy just gets stronger by existing. Because like I'm not like I get it. Yuno is supposed to be a natural talent. His four-leaf clover is supposed to show he can grow exponentially. But at this point, I feel like really, just like living day to day gives him 10 times a bonus. And again, I know trains off screen. You don't have to say it. I'm just saying at this point, it just kind of feels like it again just kind of feels like he just has to exist and he gets stronger. Like there's like no one else has done so much growth, and I'm assuming they will not exactly not training those month and a half, but yet they're all shocked by how much progress did by just again existing. Then we see the confirmation list is a reference to Pottery and Julius when Pottery used the whole sword thing, which actually I think was more since this one just which actually seems to be wider at least. But yeah, I'm not going into scaling for this one. It's just kind of a weird thing. It's just kind of like a reference. As they would see, surpassing William, literally, and figuratively, which to me is not really an accomplishment. I think like everyone kind of just put Asta and, above the captains after the last spade out. So I guess it's more like a confirmation in universe type of thing. As then we see, have William say, I see. So you are already far stronger than me. Now we're an accomplishment. Honestly, I don't think anyone was even thinking you were even close to that power level. Like, even captors would argue you were equal to Yami. I feel like would not have put you over Instead of gonna be like, you are the captain of the Golden Dawn, Which makes sense. He has that rank and all, so I guess no, we just had like a rank swap, so I guess William is not the vice captain. But yeah, I was there, standing there facing Lucius, and we finally get that fight that we were being, teased with before we got to the Land of the Rising Sun and mentioned by Asta in the Land of the Rising Sun arc. As then we get two flashback panels of Asta getting caught and Sister Lee becoming a paladin. As we get the father and the kid and the little brother, the sisters and the little brother, they are kind of crying and telling you everything. As I guess it's kind of consoling them, which is a nice, mainly a nice scene. It's nice to see stuff like that. Instead of telling Lucius, I will never forgive you, Lucius Gratis. However, the reason I'm going to defeat you isn't because I can't forgive you. It's because I am the man who will become the Wizard King. As his hand is unraveling, and as I guess we're gonna reveal what was the point of this wrapped hand, because the hand just seems to be normal, like maybe more muscular. And there, Lucius looking there with a grin, is like, as expected, I will have to destroy you. So yeah, this is confirmation. Now, I'm not sure if this means that he's going to have to be turned into a paladin, or if he does. The two souls in your hearts are in functional, so I will not be able to turn into paladin. Me, I'm just going to kill you, at the end of chapter 9, it should be like, this man also aims to become the strongest. So just a reminder, exists and all that. Which, to be fair, well, he's mostly off screen. I feel like no one forgets about but yeah, regardless. So this is like big showing up fight between and Lucius, which I kind of do wonder how this is gonna go. Is this going to be the end? A full-fledged fight, just Lucius versus with using the end of this. It's gonna be Asta and the Land of the Rising Sun at the end, showing up and saving the day. Probably kind of doesn't want it, but to be fair, I could see it happening. It's honestly possible for either side for it to happen. You could make a case for both. Like, you could just again be like in the straight arc where the Black Bulls and everyone kind of showed up at the very end. Like you had the initial fighters, the captains and everyone, but then you had like the supporting ones. The Land, the Sun, and us. Like it's in this. Well, there was the Heart King. Anyone who's in the Heart Kingdom showing up with the Black Bulls around the same time period. I think the Black Bulls show up a bit later though. And not by a big gap, although the timelines are kind of difficult to follow, especially if Lucius was mashing with them. But then we also have, but here we have that where we can have Black Bulls and the Land Rising Sun, maybe some other members. Again, like, I mean, it's not like the other kingdoms can do anything. I wouldn't even be surprised if one of them is like makes a joke like, dude, if you guys fall, other kingdoms have like no chance. Like, other kingdoms literally have no force to speak of. Like, we might as well be the Diamond Kingdom with how little we can actually do. But yeah, we have that going on right now. So we are going to see the fight. But personally, I'm less interested in the fight itself because it's probably just gonna be a bunch of holy imagery, and I wonder why a demon such as myself would not want to watch a fight just nothing but holy imagery. But the thing I'm more curious in is are we gonna get more of the Zugratis backstory and more referring to? Because again, like, he knows the Gratis. He and and Xenon were supposed to have like a more of a rivalry type of deal. All the guys. So I am curious if he's gonna be referring to that and how even kind of resembles Xenon, and there's the fact that Xenon's backstory is just kind of a different version of, well, just kind of a bad outcome version for the dungeon arc version, if we're being honest. So again, I'm kind of curious if we're gonna get that focused on and so I'm kind of hoping we do get that focused and fleshed out more in the battle itself. But we're gonna get to see it. And again, if the theories about Lucia's mashing with time is gonna be true, I feel like this is where you reveal it. Like, oh, you guys think you won? You guys think you beat my family and siblings? Oh no, my family and siblings would have beat you guys 100 times. I know that for a fact because I had to literally go into 100, had to reverse every single fight 100 times for you guys to win. Do you have any idea how fucking annoying that was? So again, I'm kind of curious if that's gonna be the reveal here, and we're going to see it. But we just have to wait and see. And again, I'm kind of curious if we're gonna at least find out what the hell happened to the Zogratis siblings. Like, did he just like leave their corpses after taking their magic, or is he turning them into paladins or something, or some other creature? I don't know. We will have to wait and see. But yeah, anyways, I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts in this chapter in the comments down below. Don't forget to also leave 2 things you think is gonna happen. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I can't wait to see all of your mortals in the future. Goodbye.